Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we'll be studying about constructors and we'll be solving some MCQs of them. So before starting this video, I would like to say that previous videos have been uploaded on this channel. Be sure to check them out. So let's start this video. Multiple choice questions. So let's set up the pen and let's start solving the problems. Okay, so the first question, in general, how many types of constructors are available for? So two types of constructors are available for. Whenever an object is created, which among the following is called first automatically? So will it be A, B, C, or D? It would be C, constructor. What is true about copy constructors? A, B, C, or D? B. It can be defined with zero arguments. Default constructor requires how many parameters? It would require zero parameters. So let's zoom in a bit so that you can see the PDF clearly. In derived classes, can constructors be overloaded? C. No. Which function can be used to call default constructor in Java? This. Among the following, which is a true statement? D. All of the above are true. A constructor can have a parameter list. A constructor is executed automatically. So in case you haven't written a constructor, the compiler will automatically write that for you. The constructor function can be overloaded. The same for functions and methods. Which principle in object-oriented programming, OOP in short abbreviation, is followed during Java constructor overloading? A. Polymorphism. Which among the following statements which are true about constructors? So the first statement is a new operator automatically calls them. Second, they cannot be private. Third, they cannot be virtual. So the correct answer would be A. First and third. A new operator automatically calls them. They cannot be virtual. 10th question. What is the output of this and super? And why is it used? What is the output if this and super is used in the method? Okay. So the correct answer would be A. Compile time error. So the 11th question is abstract class. Abstract class cannot have a constructor. That would be false. Can have a constructor. This keyword is used to A. Passing itself to a method of the same class. A constructor is initialized when D. All of the above. When there is a constant variable in class, there is a reference variable in class, there is an object of another class, and the other class doesn't have a default constructor. So this will be D. Explicit keyword takes exactly how many arguments? It would take one argument. How many objects of the class will be created if the default constructor is not defined? So the first A is compiler provides its default constructor to build the object. Compiler will generate the error. Error will occur at time, or D, all of the above. So the correct answer would be A. As I said before, the compiler will automatically generate a constructor even if you haven't declared it or even if you haven't created one. The 16th question, a constructor must have the same name as the class it is declared within, is used to create objects, may be declared private. D, both A and B above. E, A, B, C and above. So the correct answer would be E, A, B, C and above. What is false about constructor? Is it A, B, C or D? It would be C. Constructor can have a return type. Remember that constructor cannot have a return type. Okay, so here comes the odd one out. So you have to select the odd one out. 18th question. You have to select the odd one out from the following. Use of pointers, dynamic, object-oriented, and architecture neutral. So use of pointers is the odd one out. System, object, main, strict FP. The answer would be D, strict FP. 20. Iska Unicode, ISO, Latin, or D? None of the above. It would be B, Unicode. So moving on to the next question, the 21st question. Select the odd one out from the following: student class, class teacher, class student, or D, none of the above. So the correct answer would be A. The odd one out would be A. 22nd, int var, int capital VAR, int 1 underscore VAR, int VAR1. So the odd one out would be C. The rest are valid and valid initialized variables. You cannot initialize or you cannot declare a variable if it has a digit in its first place. The 23rd question, abstract class cannot have a constructor. This question has also been repeated before, so it would be false. It can have a constructor. It is true to use polymorphism in the C programming language. Now, I know many of you might not be aware of this, but it is true. It can be used in C programming language. Encapsulation as the function in a user-defined structure. So that would be B, false. Okay, moving on to the 26th question. Java language was initially called Oak. That is true. Then is not a Java keyword. That is true. 28th, each constructor must differ in dash and dash for constructor overloading. The correct answer would be D, number of arguments and type of arguments. In my previous video, I've also explained that each constructor, if you need to overload a constructor, they are differed by the number of arguments in the parameter list and the type of arguments. 29th question, role of constructor in classes are dash. So the correct answer would be C. Their role is to initialize the data members of an object when it is created. The copy constructor is a constructor to kill other copies of a given object, B, C, or D. It would be C, a constructor to initialize an object with values of another object. Moving on to the 31st question. The 31st question states which constructor function is designed to copy object of same class type. This would be C, copy constructor. 32nd question. Among the following, which is not valid in Java? Recursive constructor call, constructor overloading, default value constructor, or string argument constructor? This would be A, recursive constructor call. If constructor has a return type, then runtime error, compilation and run successfully, or D, none of the above. Of course, it would be compilation error because constructor cannot have a return type. The 34th question, to access the instance variables and methods of class objects in Java, dash is used. It would be A, dot operator is used. Okay, so let's move on to the 35th question. Can a constructor be defined with default arguments? That would be true. Yes, it can be. A constructor without any parameters is called D, default constructor. If you haven't declared a parameter, so the compiler would do it for you automatically, as I've said before. In this case, it would be called default constructor without any parameters. Java constructor is like a method without A, argumentless, return type, C, statements, or D, none of the above. It would be B, because a method can have a return type or it cannot have a return type, but a constructor cannot have a return type. The name of the constructor and the name of the class should be same. It would be, of course, true. That's what sets constructors apart from methods. Constructors have the same name as a class, whereas methods should not have the same name as a class. If you have a class that is named, say for example, name, and you want to declare a method, and if you want to declare a method, but by mistake you've declared it as, let's say, name like this. This is a constructor. This is not a method. If you want to declare a method, just write a method name other than the class name itself. So the 39th question, I'll just erase this to make it much more neat. Okay, so the 39th question states that dash keyword is used to call another overloaded constructor. This would be this. The 40th question, if user forgets to define a constructor inside a class, then D, compiler provides a default constructor to avoid faults and errors. The 41st question, use of static constructor is C, to initialize the static members of the class. If the constructor of the class are defined in private access, then the class cannot be inherited because it is private. An explicit call to the constructor creates B, a temporary instance. A Java constructor is like a method without, again, this is a question that has been repeated once before, so it would be B. It's a method without the return type. The name of a constructor and the name of a class are same, different, default, or D, none of these. It would be A, same. The placement of a constructor inside a class should always be A, always at the beginning, always at the end, anywhere in the class, D, none. So it should always be C, anywhere in the class. It can be anywhere in the class. Many people have this misconception that it always has to be at the beginning of a class. When I also attempted this question, I also thought the same, but unfortunately it was wrong. Okay, so let's move on. The 47th question, the purpose of a Java constructor is dash. It would be D, all of the above. Initialization of variables with pass data, writing custom code, and accepting other objects as input. The 48th question, memory is allocated to an object once the execution of dash is over in Java language. So that would be constructor. Memory is allocated to an object once the execution of constructor is over in Java language. 49th question, in Java, a constructor with no parameters or no arguments is called a dash constructor. It would be A, default constructor. 50th, overloading of constructors in Java means adding more than dash constructors with a different argument list. It would be A, 1. In Java, you can pass dash variables from one constructor to another overloaded constructor. So the answer would be D, local and static variables. 52nd question, defining more than one constructor having same name but different signature is called C, constructor. There are dash types of constructor. So there are two types of constructors. The 54th question. Constructor is the method of the class which will be automatically called at the time of object creation when no argument is passed. So dash, what do we write in place of dash? It would be D, default. This would be default constructor. Java constructor overloading follows dash principle in object-oriented programming. So it would follow polymorphism. Programming based constructors. So I'll just zoom out a bit and show you the whole program itself. There's a snippet of a code and you would be asked the following questions on it. So it's asking the output and the output would be A, America. The 57th question, the answer would be D, compile time error. Public class constructor, and there's a code over here, and the answer for the 58th question would be A, rain, rain. The 59th question, the answer for 59th question would be C, 40. 60th question, ABC public static void main system.out.println hello Java. So this would be relatively easy. It would of course be hello Java. The 64th question, public class const 1 int count 10. And then this is the program, and the answer for the 61st question would be B, count is equal to 20. 62nd, class FCL, this would be a compiler error. 62nd, D, because instead of SOP, there's this word called count constructor called. This count syntax is used in C++. It's not used in Java. The 63rd question, class part, public part, again, they have used count, so this would be compile time error. And again, this form of syntax is used in C++. Which object will be created first? Student S1, S2, or S3? So among these, S1, then S2, and then S3, of course. So the 65th question. So the 64th would be C. Okay. The 65th question, public class test, public static void main. They've given you a program. And the answer, I think we've done this in the previous video. The answer for this would be 65A. 8 times and 7 times. So 8 times asterisk would be printed and 7 times plus 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 would be printed. The 66th question, what is the initial quantity of the array list? So you have array list, new array list. So the answer would be B, 10. Class num double x system.out.println x. So the answer for the 67th question would be C, compile time error. Public class my class. For the class my class, what is the correct way of declaring a constructor? So there are these options given below, and the correct answer would be D, both A and C. So let us see what are the options of A and C. So my class, this would be correct, and public my class. All right, this will also be correct. The B1 would be wrong because the syntax is wrong, and the constructor cannot have a return type, so it's useless to write void. Class A, int B. So there's a snippet of code given over here, and they would ask you questions based on this. So would it be A, B, C, or D? It would be A. Compilation error. The 70th question, what is the output of the below Java program with constructors? So the answer would be C. Compiler error. The 71st question, what is the output of the below Java program with overloaded constructors? So look at the program carefully and answer the following questions. What would be birds will be equal to 0, birds is equal to 10, birds is equal to 20, or will it be D, compiler error? So let us look at the program first and then answer the following. The answer would be C is equal to birds is equal to 20. The 72nd question, again, there's a program given and you have to answer some following questions on it. So will it be A? I'll just scroll down a bit and you can pause the video and observe the options carefully. So this is the A option, this is the B option, this is the C option, and this is the D. So the correct option for the 72nd question would be C. 73rd, what is the output of the below Java program with many constructors? So look at the program carefully and answer the following questions. Will book be equal to 50? Will pen be equal to 50.5? Compiler error or none of the above? This would be B. Pen will be equal to 50.5. What is the output of the below Java program with many constructors? So this is a program given to you. Feel free to pause the video. And let's move on to the option list. So will it be A, B, C, or D? This would be A. Router will be equal to 50.0 and modem will be false. So let us move on to the 75th question. Okay, so moving on to the next question, the 75th question. There are some dashes over here. There are some missing snippets from the code, so you have to complete those snippets. So the options are provided. So for the 75th question, A part, the answer to the A part would be 2, test. Public class test, because the class name is test as given over here. So half of the clues of this question will be found in the starting paras only. All the information will be provided to you in the starting paras, which are given in the extreme top of the question. The B question of 75 would be first, static. The C1 would be 2, I++, and the D1 would be 1, I. Okay, so moving on to the next question. The following program is based on the specification given below. Fill in the blanks with appropriate Java statements. So these are the specification given. And look at the program given below carefully. And you have to answer the following questions. So 76A, it would be 1, call. The B part would be 1, main. The C part would be 1, blue. And then the D1 would be 1, 2, 3. Among these three, it would be 1, A, comma, S. Then you have case study. So you have to read this following para over here. Consider the following code. So there's a code given over here. And this program has appeared in my previous videos. If you've seen them carefully, you would have understood what this snippet of code means. So over here, set car at 1. So you have the word complete. And each letters are at a specific index. So C is at 0 index, O is at 1, M is at 2, P is at 3, L is at 4, E is at 5, T is at 6, and E is at 7. So set car 1 with I. So the letter at index 1 replace that with I. So what is the letter at index 1? O. So replace it with I. So the new word form will be CIMPLETE. And then you have S1 dot set car at 7 comma D. So you have to observe what is the letter at the 7th index, E, and replace that with D. So the new word form will be CIMPLETD. The A option. The answer to the A option will be, so note the question first, it is 77. The answer to the A part of 77 would be 2, completed. The B part, set car is used to 1, is used to replace the original string values with new one. C, new operator. So this would be 1, a request for memory allocation. Okay, moving on to the next question, 78. So there's a para given to you, read it carefully. and then you have the question A. So a snippet of program is given over here, and the answer to that will be 4, none of the above. The question B, what is the syntax of for loop? So you have A, you have B, you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, and you have 4. So among these, 1 will be the correct answer. You have the 7, you have C. In the above program, what is the length of the array? It is 10. Okay, then there's the 79th question. There's a para given over here. Read it carefully and then move on to the sub questions. Predict the output. So is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? It would be 1, 10. B, choose the correct statement about Java switch statements. Switch statements can contain another switch statement. Switch case statements are allowed inside if-else ladders. Switch statements are allowed inside loops like for, while, and do while, or forth, all. So it would be all. All are true. All are correct statements about switch statements. Okay. See, a switch can be used to compare values for high or low. Is it false or is it true? It would be true. Oh, it would be false. Sorry. A switch case statement in Java is a dash control statement. So the answer to this would be selection control statement. Selection control statement. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you learned something and enjoyed this video. This video will be uploaded to the channel is equal to classes Shivang, where again, three previous videos have been uploaded. I also post physics and history videos on the same channel is equal to classes Shivang. So be sure to check out the entire channel. So stay home, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.